Hi students, in the last video we were studied about uses of potentiometers. First use to compare the EMF of two cells using individual cell method and sum and difference method. In this video we will study about second use, that is to find the internal resistance small r of the cell. That is the second use, to find the internal resistance small r of a cell. In this use, the experimental setup is given, or that gives us figure number 9.10. This figure gives us experimental setup to find the internal resistance small r of any cell. This experimental setup for this method consists of a potentiometer wire AB, that is potentiometer wire AB, which is connected in series with a cell of EMF E, plug key K and rheostat RH. The terminal of potentiometer wire AB, that is terminal A, is at higher potential because connected to the positive terminal of source of EMF E as compared to terminal B. A cell of EMF E1 whose internal resistance R1 is to be determined is connected to the potentiometer wire through a galvanometer G and jockey J. A resistance box R is connected across the cell E1 through key K2. That is the construction of or experimental setup for the measurement of internal resistance of a cell. That is one of the use of potentiometer. Potentiometer instrument is used to measure the to calculate the internal resistance of any cell using this experimental setup. That is the construction of potentiometer instrument to measure the internal resistance of a cell. Internal resistance small r of cell of EMF E1 is to be measured using that experimental setup. So what is the working of, or how we measure or how we calculate the internal resistance of a cell using that circuit diagram or using that experimental setup? That is, the key K1 is closed and K2 is open. If we close this key K1 and K2 is kept open, the circuit consists of cell E, that is the source of EMF, and cell E1 and potentiometer wire AB. The null point is then obtained by placing the jockey at different points of wire AB. We get a single point at which galvanometer shows zero deflection, that is the null point, and we measure the length between null point and the higher potential point A, that is L1. So L1 be the length of potentiometer wire between the null point and point A. This length corresponds to the EMF E1. This length corresponds to the EMF E1. Therefore, E1 is equal to KL1, where K is the potential gradient of the potentiometer wire, which is constant because we use the potentiometer wire of uniform cross-sectional area. That's why potential gradient K remains constant throughout. Therefore, by principle of potentiometer, E1 is equal to K L1. Now, both the keys K1 and K2 are closed, so that circuit consists of cell E, cell E1, the resistance box, the galvanometer and the jockey. By closing the keys K1 and K2, cell E1, resistance box, galvanometer and jockey are in the circuit. Some resistance R is selected from resistance box and place the jockey at different points along wire AB. Then we get a single point at which galvanometer shows zero deflection. This point is known as null point, and if we measure the balancing length, that is length between point A, which is the higher potential point, and null point is L2. That is the balancing length between point A and balancing point when cell E1, resistance box, galvanometer and jockey are in the circuit. This corresponds to the voltage between null point and A. This L2 length corresponds to the voltage between null point and point A, which is the capital V. Therefore, by principle of potentiometer, V is equal to KL2. We have two equations here. E1 is equal to KL1 and V is equal to KL2. By dividing these two equations, we get E1 upon V. Dividing equation first by equation second, we get E1 upon V is equal to KL1 upon KL2, in which we cancel K from numerator and denominator. So we have E1 upon V is equal to L1 upon L2. Next, we consider the loop PQSTP. We consider the loop PQSTP. If we consider the closed loop if we consider the closed loop PQSTP. In this closed loop PQSTP, E1 is equal to IR plus IR. E1 is equal to I into capital R plus I into small r, where R is the resistance taken from capital R is the resistance taken from resistance box, I is the steady current which is flowing throughout the circuit, and small r is the internal resistance of the cell E1. Therefore, E1 is equal to IR, I into capital R plus I into small r. That is the supplied EMF is equal to I into capital R plus I into small r. And V is equal to capital I into capital R using Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Therefore, if we divide equation E1 is equal to I into capital R plus I into small r divided by V is equal to IR, then we get E1 upon V is equal to I capital R plus I into small r divided by I into R. Therefore, we have E1 upon V is equal to capital R plus small r divided by R. That is one of the equation. E1 upon V is equal to capital R plus small r divided by R, and we get above equation as E1 upon V is equal to L1 upon L2. By comparing these two equations, we get LHS sides are equal, therefore RHS also considered as equal. So we have R plus capital R plus small r divided by capital R is equal to L1 upon L2. And we have to calculate, or we have to measure internal resistance of this cell small r. Therefore, we place small r here, R to the LHS side. So we have small r is equal to capital R into L1 divided by L2 minus 1. This equation gives the internal resistance of the cell using potentiometer instrument. That is the second use of potentiometer instrument, to measure the internal resistance of the cell. With the help of potentiometer instrument, we can easily find out, or we can easily calculate the internal resistance of the cell. So student, in this video we were studied about second use of potentiometer, that is to measure or to calculate the internal resistance of the cell. In the next video, we will see the application of potentiometer. Thank you.